I published a paper about the property rights of Holocaust survivors in Israel. And in this paper we have a very disturbing finding. Among them the fact that to be a Holocaust survivor in Israel put you in a very difficult spot. In average, every Holocaust survivor that supposed to get handicap rent is suffering from 1.6 million shekels that will be omitted from his payment because the fact that he is living in Israel and the payment is not made directly to him.
You're saying that when a Holocaust survivor lives outside of Israel, they're getting actually more money than those living in Israel.
Exactly. It's not the most prudent financial decision to live in Israel if you are a Holocaust survivor.
And why is that? The money that the Holocaust survivor is getting outside of Israel is coming directly to him?
Well, in Dorner report, Dorner mentioned the fact that the establishment of Israel was very collectivistic, and this was part of the rationale behind nationalizing the payment. And Israel actually took charge of all the payment made by Germany as a compensation. This is the reason that Israeli survivors are suffering from bad treatment, for a lot of bureaucracy, and from lack of funding that they supposed to get.
And we understand from your reports that actually places like very important places in Tel Aviv, where the big bases of the army and the defense ministry are, those properties were actually supposed to be given to these Holocaust survivors?
Yeah, part of the Shilumim agreement, the compensation agreement, was that all the Templar properties sited in Israel were supposed to be part of the agreement in order to compensate the Holocaust survivor. One of these sites is the Kiryat in Tel Aviv that was a Templar village, Sarona, and this property that worth millions of dollars, I guess, not only shekels, is actually at the hand of the Israeli military and the army. And if the army will ever give up this property, he will ask the Israeli taxpayer to pay for it, without considering the fact that this property are actually belonging to the Holocaust survivors.
Now, what brought us to this situation? Is it the fact that maybe in the beginning the state of Israel was all about maybe not relating to the Holocaust survivors, rather only relating to building the state of Israel? That's what we have to do now. That's what we're going to do with the money?
Yeah, I mean, Israel was established in a kind of collective efforts with a lot of socialistic influence and a sense of urgency as well, and surviving. So you could rational or give some kind of explanation to the situation because of the sense of urgency at the time. But right now I think we need to pay the bill and to reconsider our behavior toward the survivors that are with us today. We have also to remember that 2/3 of the survivors perished without getting any compensation while waiting in the state of Israel.
And you're saying today, although there's not many left, there's still what to do.
Yeah, there is resource, there is many agencies that taking care, but we need a guiding hand that will tie all of these agencies together, save the duplication in cost, and give them a real service.